Okay, once you have a big enough project that you are ready to be finished and you want to cast off or bind off, the terms are used interchangeably by different knitters, sometimes even used by the same knitter at different times, then you're going to want to do the following. It's going to be pretty similar to what you were doing when you were knitting. Again, front to back, loop it over, pull it through, and pull it off. Same with the next stitch, but here's where it changes. You're going to take your left hand needle, you're going to loop it through the front of the right hand stitch on your right needle, and you're going to pull it up and over the left hand stitch so that again you only have one stitch on your right hand needle. So let's do that again so you can see how that works. Regular knit stitch, and then you pull the left stitch over the right one. And as you do that, you're going to decrease one by one. And so you're going to have an ever diminishing number of stitches on your left hand needle, and when you're done with each bind off cycle, you will always have one stitch on your right hand needle. If you end up with more stitches than that, something's gone wrong. Shoot me a message. Okay, let's talk about what you do when you get to the very end. You have one stitch left on your left needle, one stitch left on your right needle, and you see this nice tidy little thing here is your bound off edge right there. Doesn't that look nice and tidy? Okay, so what you do, it's the same that you would do with your other bits. You would put it through, loop it over, and then you pass the right stitch over. But wait a minute, now you have nothing left on your left needle, and you have one stitch left on your right needle still. So what do? You take your working yarn here, you loop it over, it makes kind of a faux stitch there, and you pass your remaining stitch over that little looped bit. So now you end up with this little bit here, and this trailing stitch here. You take your scissors, ta-da, slice that little bit right there. You pull the yarn through and tighten it down nice and tight, and you're done. It's all bound off. Now, if you want to really make your knitting look nice and tidy, once you're done with this, you're going to take a special needle called a darning needle, which has a very large eye so you can fit your yarn through it. And you use that darning needle to sew in or weave in your ends. We can cover that in another video. But this is the basics. This is how you cast on, knit, and cast off. If you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer them. Feel free to reach out however works best for you. You can email me, you can shoot me a direct message, you can contact me on Twitter, whatever works. Take care.